So, on the happy note that the other panel ended, we're picking up right there. So, let me introduce who we have next for a little something different. Manoj Anchan or Mani is a motivational speaker and purpose researcher. He has studied concepts like Ikigai and Hig, inspiring him to launch HQGPL, a mental wealth venture with international academic partners. Mani is a summit presenter, adjunct professor, and author of 6 books, including the bestseller Happiness Samurai.
Candy, Asanka, thank you for having me once again. Last year was beautiful, and I think this year is even more better. I'm going to be doing a small happiness quotient assessment. You guys will be getting the printouts. Yeah, it's on the table. And this should accurately tell you where you stand in life. Our keynote speaker spoke about Bhutan. I was in Bhutan last week on a refresh on the same model. So while we do that, I'm going to open with a small question. From a mental health point of view, do you remember what makes a woman happy? From a mental health point of view? I spoke about it last year, so I'm just hoping someone remembers. Do you remember what makes a woman happy from a mental health point of view? Anyone? Renu? Anyone? Harsha? Sorry? Yeah, so the right answer is when society hears a voice. From a fun perspective, from a utopian perspective, what makes a woman happy? From a utopian perspective, what would make a woman happy? Anyone? Shilpa, you want to try? From a utopian perspective, what makes a woman happy is when a man has no vice and no voice. From a utopian perspective. For a man, what makes a man happy from a mental health point of view? What makes a man happy from a mental health point of view? Priceless. So what makes a man happy from a mental health point of view is hanging out with his friends twice a week. Research shows if you meet your friends twice a week, and I say meet your friends once for sport and once a week to catch up. Now, from the funny side, what makes a man happy? In a utopian point of view, what would make a man happy? Happy wife. I know, I mean, men are very subservient, so we do try to keep our wives happy. From a mental health point of view, they need Wi-Fi which doesn't interrupt the cricket or football, and they need a woman who actually means what she says. That's from a utopian point of view. Okay, so we're going to start this. Can you open page 2 on the assessment? Yeah. So what you need to do is select the weightages. So is the page 2 here? This one. First, you need to do is select the weightages here. So I have given financial 40% and so and so. You can do it the way you want to do it for your life. So, Ushal, I'm just going to borrow that. Yeah. So if you think 40% weightage is important in your life, you can give it 40. If you think finance is worth 50, you can give it 50. If you think finance is only 30, give it 30. The total of these weightages must come to 100. So finance, emotional, mental, physical, social. So this is what we prescribe, but you may have a different index. So that's step 1. If you could just write it down against the weightage, it'll become easier. Once you do that, go to the questions. Financial quotient, there are 10 questions. A equal to 2.5 and D equal to 10 points. So you need to answer in terms of points. So let's do the weightages first. Financial weightage, social, emotional, physical. Give that, should add up to 100. Then you move on to the questions, please. Is that clear? Okay. So step 1, the 5 weights adding up to 100. Then let's go to the questions. The first one is financial well-being. Please add up the scores. So if your answer is A to the first question, that means 2.5. If your answer is D, the answer is 10 points. So you need to add those. We could do that quickly because I just have another 16 minutes left to complete all this for you. Yeah. So, you didn't get that? So the first one, yeah, first one you did. Okay, now start with financial. So the first question, what's your answer? Right? If your answer is B, that means 5 points. Okay, so you have to add up the number of points. Yeah, and C is 7.5, D is 10. Any queries, do ask me. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so then you have to add up to 100. So 45, 55. Yeah, that's 100. Yeah, now you go to this. Start answering this. So leave that separately. Yeah. So A equal to 2.5. So your answer is C equal to 7.5. Just add the points. You have to write the points. Any queries, please do ask me. So financial quotient, 10 questions. Each quotient has 10 questions. You have to add up your answers. Yeah, once you added up your answers, then go to emotional. Emotional, the 5. Finish the 5. You good? All right. Just add up the number of points. If there's any query, do ask. You're fine? All right. Okay. Yeah. So if we have finished the 50 questions, then I will tell you the next step. So financial quotient, A is 2.5. So you have to put the number of points. Yeah. You've done the questions? Finished all? Okay. So, and did you do the weights? Yeah, the weight. What is the weight you gave? 20%? Yeah. So 20% of this was, yeah, sorry. The score. You have to put your score. Oh. You have to write the 50 questions, yeah? The questions. You have to answer the questions. Suraj, you're done? Nearly done? Okay. We'll add this up. If you're done with financial, let's move to the next. Emotional quotient is the second one. 10 questions. Write the number of points against each answer, not A, B, C, D. So once we're done with emotional, let's move to mental. Please remember to add up the 10 answers on each one of them. So you must have a score on financial, then emotional. The third one is mental quotient. Shrikant, you're on mental? Nice. Yeah, you have to remember to add up the points. Yeah. Yeah, each one. And then we do the last step. After mental, you have physical quotient. That's my personal favorite, so I hope you get some good scores there. Okay. Anyone started physical? Have you started physical or you're emotional? All right, you go to the next one. Nice. Mental. Okay. Then you have that. Yeah, the total. You get a total. Yeah. And then go to the next. You know, are you on physical? Okay. Nice. A, yeah, C is 7.5. A is 2.5, B 5, C 7.5, and D 10. Do you remember that? After physical, fourth one is social, and the last one, that's the last one, physical and social. Then we'll come to the last stage. Then the last one. Okay. Now you got the scores and do the weightage. No, no, I'm not getting. Just take the weightage, right? Just do the weightage. Then you get your final score. Anyone's done all five? You're there? Add up, then use the weightages and you get your score. So if you've done, I'll come to you. I'm going to show you the action slide where what your score means. You all can then take it forward later. For people who've scored above in the range of 50 to 59, that's at risk. Your score 60 to 71 is stable. Yellow zone is 70 to 83. So I would want most of you to be there at least. And the people who are above 84, they are in the thriving zone. 84 and above is a thriving score. It's derived, the blue zone, there are 5 blue zones in this world. I hope you remember. So you have Ogimi in Japan, Icaria in Greece, Sardinia in Italy, Nicoya in Costa Rica, and Loma Linda in California. These are the 5 blue zones in the world. So if you want to be living long, up to 100, that's the score you must strive for. 84. Most of you should be in a yellow zone. I don't see anyone should be in the red zone. But this is what the scores mean to you. Select 2 areas that you want to improve on and then work on it. So if it's physical well-being and work-life balance, these are some of the things. I'll send you some stuff on how to improve it. But this is broadly the purpose of the exercise. So social well-being, emotional well-being, select 2 areas that you want to improve on. And then we work on that to push up your scores. Remember, 84 is the right score for you to be in. Any queries? Otherwise, or any one question, I'm going to hand over. Do you have any question on this? Are we all clear? Any question, Shrikant? All right. So, thanks a lot, Candy.
Thank you very much. Please give him a round of applause. Now you know how to live to 100.